Thank you for joining us for this Varjo special event. Today, we are unveiling something truly groundbreaking. We are taking virtual and mixed reality further than ever thought possible. When you hear the word immersion, what does it mean to you? To us, it means a world where the boundaries between virtual and real have become indistinguishable, where professionals across mission-critical industries can focus on getting their jobs done better, faster and cheaper with the highest quality, highest immersion, mixed reality technology ever made. And today, we are here to show you how Varjo is continuing to drive this whole industry forward with more world-first innovations. It's fair to say that we are on the verge of a technological renaissance. The spatial computing industry is growing rapidly. More and more companies are entering this space, boosting adoption and growth. During the next decade, virtual and mixed reality will unlock the next giant leap in modern workflows, transforming the way we work across all industries. If you have been following Varjo's journey so far, you know that we have always been at the forefront of innovation in this industry. Our products and services have enabled replacing dated and expensive workflows with more productive solutions for thousands of enterprise customers and professional organizations around the world. Today, every fourth Fortune 100 company is already using Varjo for an amazing range of industrial applications. To train pilots or power plant operators without expensive dome systems, or to design cars or heavy machinery with perfect real-time ray-traced digital twins, or to power medical breakthroughs like diagnosing brain disorders, combining new types of biosensors with mixed reality. Recently, we have seen rapid growth in the use of mixed reality in the defense sector. And today, 16 out of the 20 largest defense companies in the world are getting better training outcomes faster, using Varjo technologies for more realistic, cost-efficient training deployable at the point of need. Varjo was recently selected as the mixed reality provider for the US Army, and we are also set to deliver game-changing mixed reality solutions for the US Air Force. And these are just a few examples of the over 70 defense programs already deploying Varjo solutions worldwide. In the automotive industry, our hardware and software are making car design, engineering, and sales better, faster, and more collaborative. 16 out of the 20 largest automotive manufacturers have integrated Varjo into their workflows already, including household names like Kia, Stellantis, Volvo, and Volkswagen. All these success stories are testament to the incredible ecosystem built around Varjo. The visionaries who use our products are reshaping the future of work all around the world. And we wouldn't be here today without the innovation and shared ambition of our customers and partners. Their experiences and feedback have been instrumental in advancing virtual and mixed reality technology to levels never imagined. The journey so far, however, is just the beginning. Now, it's time to open a new chapter and introduce a new generation. Based on all we have learned, we are ready to take the next step on our path to deliver a level of immersion unlike the world has ever seen, and bring it within reach of more users than ever before. Today, we are introducing not just a new generation of devices, but a new era of immersive technology. I am proud to introduce the new Varjo XR4 series.
本物にするための理由と申しますか、今この時代にある説得力を持たせるための装置として作品を作る上でやりたいことを実現させてくれるパワフルでなくてはならないツールです。
The Varjo XR4 helps us move towards the future where virtual and physical prototyping converge. With its expanded field of view and class-leading visual clarity, Varjo has delivered an unsurpassed immersive tool for designers.
Varjo has once again raised the bar. The entire wide visual field is bright and beautiful and super high resolution. Combining Varjo's XR4 series with NVIDIA Omniverse unlocks photorealistic ray trace realism for teams and individuals.
At Echelon, we have delivered over 1,000 flight simulators for the US Department of Defense. And Varjo XR4 series not just improves the simulation experience, it truly transforms it. The unrestricted field of view and unparalleled resolution truly delivers superlative immersion for our pilots. And it's absolutely clear that Varjo is in a different league.
Today, we're introducing the Varjo XR4 series. These are the most immersive mixed reality headsets ever built, seamlessly blending what is real and what is virtual. The XR4 series is made up of 3 distinct headsets. Each has been designed to deliver the highest immersion for a particular use case and is the product of years of detailed work with the world's most demanding industrial and government customers. What these headsets all share is a new frontier in visual performance, a breakthrough mixed reality technology, and an ease of scaled deployment. Let's start by talking about visual performance. When you put on an XR4, the first thing that strikes you is the size of the field of view. The XR4 devices now feature over 50% more visual real estate than our previous generation. That's an upgrade akin to moving from your local cinema to a full-scale IMAX experience. Now, with a field of view that reaches 120 degrees horizontally and 105 degrees vertically, our flight simulation users, for example, can see both the yoke and the overhead avionics, all without moving their heads. And it's not just the field of view that will impress. The image that you see is finer and sharper than ever before. With 28 million pixels across both eyes, this is the highest resolution VR display yet produced. The full dome and spheric lenses concentrate that resolution in the center of the field of view, reaching 51 pixels per degree. With professional grade color accuracy, 200 nits brightness, and local dimming, the XR4 series is perfect for every stage of modern design workflows. Now let's talk about the mixed reality capabilities of the XR4 series. Our previous generation brought high quality mixed reality video pass-through to enterprises. In the XR4 series, we take a huge leap forward in the fidelity of that experience, rendering real and virtual objects indistinguishable from each other. The XR4 series includes a dedicated ambient light sensor, which enables real-time reflections and shadows to be cast on virtual objects. The depth sensor is greatly improved, allowing finer segmentation and occlusion when real and virtual interact. But the biggest advances in the generation's mixed reality experience come from our unique approach to video pass-through. We have designed 2 sets of pass-through cameras, each with dual 20 megapixel cameras, but with optics that are optimized for particular customer needs. In the XR4, there is a fixed focus camera, delivering an even pass-through experience across the full field of view. It has resolution of 33 pixels per degree and is ideal for creators who want to place their virtual designs firmly in the real world. In the XR4 Focal Edition, the video pass-through reaches an incredible 51 pixels per degree, the same level as the VR content. We achieve this with a groundbreaking fusion of eye tracking, high-resolution LiDAR, and autofocus cameras. In a matter of milliseconds, we track where the user is looking, we calculate the depth of field, and we focus the pass-through cameras at that point. We are no longer mimicking human vision, we are replicating it, and the result is game-changing. Delivering mixed reality that is practically indistinguishable from natural sight, this is the perfect product for advanced training and simulation. Finally, let's talk about how the XR4 series is ready to be deployed at scale. We understand that for real-world use cases, it's not just about specs and raw visual performance. To be deployed at scale in an enterprise, a headset needs to deliver the full package across ease of use, compatibility, and security. That's why I'm delighted that the XR4 series is our most comprehensive product yet. It's ready for business right out of the box. We've done away with the need for external base stations, third-party controllers, and separate earphones. The XR4 series features our proprietary inside-out tracking, built-in DTS spatial audio, and noise-cancelling microphones. In the box, you'll also find Varjo's own controllers powered by Razer's expertise in high-precision peripherals. The XR4 series is fully integrated with the PCVR application ecosystem that is so central to enterprise productivity. The XR4 has broad support for OpenVR and OpenXR standards and is fully backwards compatible with applications that have been previously built for Varjo headsets. Every year, our customers are building more and more computationally demanding graphical experiences. And by using separate NVIDIA graphics cards, they can continually upgrade their Varjo experience. This system architecture enables multi-million polygon models and real-time ray tracing, which would be impossible with even the highest end standalone headsets. For many of our customers, data and physical security is paramount. That's why we've also built the XR4 Secure Edition, offering all the same incredible technology of the other XR4 series devices. The XR4 Secure Edition units are assembled at our state-of-the-art facility here in Finland. This allows them to be completely TAA compliant, and they can be configured without radio components if needed. As I wrap up, I want to leave you with this. The XR4 series is not only the best range of headsets Varjo has ever made, they're the best headsets ever made. They deliver striking visual performance, mixed reality features that make it impossible to tell real and virtual objects apart. And they're ready today to be deployed at scale in your business. I can't wait for you to experience them.
Thank you, Patrick. I'm sure you are already wondering how these products really feel to use. It is my pleasure to invite you to our labs to take a look. Our new XR4 series has been designed for our industrial customers and their use cases. We have done extensive work in ergonomics and human factors. At Varjo, we operate based on user data, and our research is at the center of decision-making and choices we make during product development. We test our products early and iterate to perfect the design. Now let's go through some of the details of this product. Let's first talk about wearing the headset. It is very important that you can go easily in and out from the headset. Imagine you are joining an immersive training session or participating in a virtual presentation. Our new quick release headband allows extending the headband with just one button press. Going in and getting out of the headset has been made very easy. With all the high tech that goes into this product, one of our main targets has been to optimize the device weight balance. We have fully redesigned the parts that touch the face and head. The new design completely removes the pressure points from the cheekbones, and the headset weight is evenly balanced around the head to eliminate any neck strain. Another important new feature we are introducing is called the field of view adjustment. It allows the lenses to move closer and further away from the eyes. We all have different and unique facial structures, and with this adjustment we can adjust the viewing distance for each individual needs. Get as close as possible for the lenses for a maximum field of view, or push the lenses a bit further away to make space for eyeglasses or, for example, longer eyelashes. We think this feature, combined with the significantly increased lens size, has a true impact on the achievable field of view, not only theoretically calculated, but in actual use.
I hope that gave you a glimpse of what it feels like using the XR4. Personally, I think it's the most amazing headset we've done, and I hope you think so too. Since the very beginning, Varjo's product roadmap has been prioritized based on our customer needs. And this also applies to our software ecosystem. We are very focused on making sure that our products works perfectly with all professional immersive software, simulators, and 3D engines that our customers need in order to integrate our headsets in their workflow. Our goal for the XR4 series is to have the best professional ecosystem of all VR devices on the market. Take, for example, the area of design and engineering, where softwares such as Autodesk VRED enables entire cars to be visualized and designed without the need for physical prototypes such as clay models. Another example is the support for KeyShot, which allows engineers to visualize CAD data from CATIA, SolidWorks, PTC Creo, and Revit in a very precise way. Or IC-I-Do, which is used in manufacturing to simulate the assembly process, where our mixed reality helps engineers validate the ergonomics of the tasks performed during assembly. This helps them to avoid expensive mistakes much later in the production cycle. In addition to design and engineering, we've made major progress in the simulation and training industry with our partners. Simulation engines such as Lockheed Martin's Prepared 3D, Bohemia Interactive Simulations VBS Blue, Agilon's PC Nova, Metria Simulations NOR, as well as game engines including Unreal Engine and Unity, are just a few examples. These deep technical partnerships have enabled us to create training experiences with geospecific terrain, high-fidelity flight models, and avionics, all working in an integrated mixed reality environment with physical controls and haptics. It is these highly optimized integrations between software and hardware that are completely transforming the ways pilots are being trained. One of our long-standing partners in this space is Achelon, who has integrated the new XR4 headset with their PC Nova simulator to transform the future of pilot training for the US Air Force. Here's what Achelon's founder and Chief Strategy Officer, Javier, has to say about the XR4 series.
At Achelon, we have delivered over 1,000 simulators for the highest end F-35, F-22 and similar platforms. XR4 is really a true revolution because it has finally solved key aspects in terms of field of view and resolution that enable us to elevate the training experience in applications that before were just simply impossible. The most satisfying moment for me personally during the collaboration with Varjo was the first time that I tried the XR4 series. In that very moment I knew that this was it for the simulation and training market. It was truly the superlative resolution and an immersion level that we have never seen before. A really wide field of view in a cockpit scenario is essential because pilots also rely on their peripheral view. Now, by removing restrictions in resolution, even in high angles of the eye, we are able to keep the pilot tracking as close as possible to the real scanning pattern of a pilot in an operation. On XR4 series, one of the key design aspects was not to compromise resolution or bandwidth. We are running at the maximum bandwidth we can produce today with current and even next generation graphics cards. Therefore, it was essential to be tethered directly to the device with no compression. This is an absolute requirement for our highest fidelity simulators because our goal is to provide in a very compact footprint even better resolution than we can do today on large domes. With unrestricted field of view and unparalleled resolution is truly superlative immersion for our market and our pilots. And it's absolutely clear that Varjo is in a different league.
Thanks, Javier. Next, I'd like to specifically talk a bit more about our partnership with one of the most visionary technology companies in the world, NVIDIA. From the very beginning of Varjo's journey, we wanted to make sure that our products are taking advantage of the most powerful GPUs available. That's why our headsets perform best with NVIDIA's GPUs, like the RTX 6000 Ada and the latest 40 series of graphics cards. But our partnership has not stopped there. This past year, we've collaborated closely with NVIDIA's engineers to build support for Omniverse, a platform for physically accurate simulations with real-time ray tracing that is simplifying the 3D pipeline for so many companies. Together with NVIDIA Omniverse, we've been pushing what's possible with real-time 3D graphics and made it easy to use ray tracing in industrial mixed reality applications. Naturally, NVIDIA has had the opportunity to use the new headsets. So let's hear it from David Weinstein, NVIDIA's Senior Director of Virtual and Augmented Reality, about his experience of seeing the future of mixed reality.
For me, the goal of XR has always been to deliver experiences that actually feel real. And Varjo, with the XR4, has taken a major step forward in delivering exactly that. The reflections have to be accurate. The shadows have to be precise. Even the way that light propagates through glass has to be accurately modeled based on physics. And with the new Varjo XR4 series, they've just raised the bar yet again. The visual field is wide, the pixels super high resolution, bright and beautiful, and with their mixed reality capabilities, with the new higher resolution front-facing cameras, it's just phenomenal. When you combine that with Omniverse, you take Omniverse's ray tracing, you put that in the new XR4 series headset, it is just an incredible over-the-top experience. You'll be able to bring collaborative teams together, everybody seeing a photorealistic view of the full fidelity asset, seeing reflections and refractions, really accurately capturing the physics of light. It's going to be a game changer. It feels like you're not wearing a headset. It looks that accurate. NVIDIA's high-end GPUs are able to deliver those beautiful pixels. It really completes the sense of immersion, and you really just have to experience it.
Thank you, David, and thanks everyone for tuning in to our special event today. The launch of the XR4 series is a major milestone for the entire virtual and mixed reality industry, bridging the gap between human vision and computer vision. We look forward to working together with our partners and customers in bringing the power of the XR4 series to life. I'm happy to share that the XR4 series is available for enterprise orders immediately. We will ship on a first-come, first-served basis, so we recommend placing your order early. The pricing for the XR4 starts at 3,990 euros or dollars, which is about half of our previous generation device, the XR3. This makes the world's best mixed reality more attainable than ever before. The XR4 Secure Edition, manufactured in Finland, is available starting from 7,990 euros or dollars, and the XR4 Focal Edition with pioneering autofocus mixed reality cameras is available starting at 9,900 euros or dollars. In addition, there are special variants available for several types of needs, so we recommend reaching out to Varjo sales experts to discuss your requirements. Now, it's time to enter the next generation of immersion. We invite you to share any questions you may have about these products, and next, we'll move to our live Q&A streaming from Helsinki, Finland.
Hey, welcome everyone. We are here live at Varjo HQ, Helsinki, Finland. And we are here all about answering all of the questions you have. So all the questions, just put them in the YouTube chat, and I have all the experts here answering all your hard questions. Big thanks for coming to the stream. I've been watching it, so a lot of great questions there already. Keep them coming. But now it's all about diving a little bit deeper, more in the technical fields, more in the talent, really what's under the hood of the XR4 and the XR4 series, the best XR devices ever made. Short introduction to the people around me. First, Dominic. You are a product manager of the XR4. Congratulations, your first product here. Must feel great.
Thanks, Jussi. It does actually feel really great. I mean, I've been watching this company from the sidelines for a very long time now. In 2017, I was working at NVIDIA as their head of virtual reality for Europe. And I heard about this startup from Helsinki building a human resolution, super high resolution headset. And literally the next day I flew to Helsinki to try it out.
I remember.
And now I joined the company and I get to be part of the next generation of Varjo's products, and I'm very excited about it.
Finally, you're part of us. Great to have you here, and congratulations. Amazing job getting this out of the line. Next, Ville Timonen, the man behind our mixed reality finest. You've been working here 5 years on the XR3 and now on the XR4. Congratulations, the best mixed reality ever made. How does it feel?
I agree, thank you. It feels great.
Yeah, excellent. Great that you're here. Let's dive, all the questions on the mixed reality. Keep them coming. Me and Ville will go deep into that one. Next, leading our industrial design. The beautiful, and the most comfortable headset ever made. It's, it just feels like a zero gravity when you're wearing that one. So congratulations, Thomas.
Thanks, Jussi.
It's beautiful and it is functional and it's professional. Great job.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So let's dive into deeper of our industrial design, comfort, all that with Thomas. Next, the really the secret sauce of our product is the custom-made optics. Mona, a designer from our optics team, optical expert, welcome to the team, and congrats on the full dome aspherical lenses.
Thank you. Big shout out for the whole team, optics team. And also I want in the beginning just thanks from my own experience. So all of the people here is like they all are aware of how cool and unique the product they're doing, and every single one are doing their best to do, you know, to make it even more perfect. So that's why that's what the whole I just experience in my, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and together with Mona, we will go in the depth of pancake.
Yes.
Spherical lens.
Yeah.
Why we have made the decisions, why we have made, and
sure.
how we have achieved something, you know, groundbreaking in that
Yeah.
stuff. Welcome. And then finally, Joachim, who is heading fearless leader of our European sales. Welcome, Joachim. It must be exciting now that it's out.
Yeah, to say I'm excited, it's an understatement. I've really been waiting for this moment, and it's a milestone for us as a company. Really proud to be here and proud of what the team has achieved here. Really groundbreaking product.
Yeah, and you've been before this public announcement, you've been of course showing this behind the scenes to our closest partners from automotive to aerospace and beyond. So let's go a little bit of those reactions later as well. But now let's start with the questions from the audience. So if we can see those in the screens, and let's start with those ones. Maybe we start with the very essential thing about the design intent that is now there. So Tuomas, the headset is here.
Yeah.
Why we didn't make it smaller? Why is it like this? What was the kind of like the design intent? What was the main thing we wanted to focus?
Okay, that's a fair question. Yeah. And the one that maybe people are wondering out there a lot. So, we kind of started building this product from the core, of course. What's inside, what matters is the immersion. And for us, the immersion is the optics. And we decided to go, instead of pancakes, we decided to go with this dual aspheric lens design. And the one display per eye. So that was our kind of key stake, and that kind of drive us to the certain form factor and dimension. It's not any bigger than XR3, our previous product. It's slightly smaller actually, but it packs a whole bunch of features inside.
Right. So the immersion is unlike with any other product. Yeah. Plus that one, it's super comfortable on your head.
Yeah, that's true. So as Anna said in the video before, we have really much paid attention on the ergonomics of this device. So a couple of takes there is one is of course how it's kind of put into your head. So we have the quick release here, so you can push that and expand quickly the headband. So it's pretty swift to put it on and take it off. It's like a fast lane for getting into it and taking off. Then the kind of also important part from the comfortability is that it's kind of anchored to your head with these cushion pads and then the forehead pad. And it's similar solution as we had in XR3, but we have a kind of super lightweight kind of this office frame type of cushions. The heat dissipation is amazing. Your head won't get wetty. Yeah. And the important thing here with how it's wear compared to the XR3 is that the face cushion it's kind of leaning towards your forehead. It's not going anything kind of near to the soft parts of your face, so kind of a nasal area. So it's pretty comfortable from that sense for the longer period of use.
Right. And also we have like made these parts totally new. So this
that's
totally
that's the light blocker. Yeah. So that what kind of keeps the ambient light away from the lenses and optics.
So they don't pressure anymore.
They don't pressure at all.
It's super comfortable.
It's comfortable, yeah. And of course then the weight balance as well. So it's not kind of total sum of the weight, but how it's balanced.
Right.
Back and front. Yeah, that's it. And then of course you know, we want to make better products all the time.
Absolutely.
So and this is our new generation, new era. So it's kind of manifested through this appearance of this product.
Exactly. And again, like I said, the immersion is unlike with any other product, and this is how we arrived there. So great job. Next, Christopher is asking. Thanks, Christopher, for your ask. When will there be an Aero 2? Aero 2, Joachim, to you. about the Aero.
Yes, good question. Aero has been a very successful product, very well liked, and it's. I can understand that question where it comes from. We have no plans of making an Aero 2. However, we will continue to sell Aero. So for the people who likes Aero, you can still buy it even after this launch.
Excellent, thanks. And then Preston, how many sensors does this device have? Ville.
All right, so we have 2 cameras for each of the eyes. That makes it 2. Then we have 4 tracking cameras, 1 per each outer corner of the device. That's 6. Then we have a depth sensor, that's 7. And then we have dual RGB video see-through cameras. And finally, we have 2 new ambient light sensors, bringing total to 11, I believe. So, good deal of sensors, and we make pretty good use of them.
Exactly. Can you explain a little bit about these ambient light sensors that we had? That's a kind of like new thing that we didn't have in an XR3. One thing that we really improved is mixed reality and how we are bringing synthetic content on top of the real world. So can you give a little bit more depth into the ambient light sensors?
Right. So it all begins, I mean, if you want to create fully immersive mixed reality applications, you need the virtual content to appear as if it was actually in the environment. And since everything you see is light, it's very important to get the virtual content lighting to match real world's content. So let's say you had a physical car here and a virtual car here. They both need to be illuminated by the actual lighting environment in the physical world. Otherwise, they wouldn't appear the same. And in XR3, we only had the main video see-through cameras pointing towards the front of the device to capture the lighting environment. But now in XR4, we have this unique combination of ambient light sensors and tracking cameras to capture the full field of view all around you, in addition to the video see-through cameras. So now when you pop XR4 on your head, you immediately get full lighting for your VR objects that match one-to-one with the physical lighting.
Great explanation, thanks Ville. And you know, when you put it on and you put mixed reality content on, you will see it. It is unlike anything you have seen, so hopefully you have time to see it soon. Then Jay Bratt asks, how about the subscription price? Joachim, tell us a good news.
Yeah, another good news that we have to share with you, we don't have subscription now. So for the XR4 series, there's no subscription.
Excellent, short and sweet. Other one, do these headsets have local dimming? Dominic, as a product manager, maybe you can give some insight to local dimming.
I can share the good news here that yes, we do have local dimming. We have a contrast ratio of 1 to 10,000, so that brings to customers that have specific applications the ability to see dark objects very dark, you know, blacks in a car, on a car seat interior, for example, and bright lights very bright. So think illumination, illuminated elements, but you can also think about the automotive use case where you would bring a car outside for exterior design review. You would then have bright objects very bright and dim objects much darker. So you have this more range of contrast, and on top of that, we actually also have a better color space coverage. So the reds are more red, and we go deeper, and we cover more of that individual color space. And we're very proud of this 96% DCI P3 coverage for those people out there that know what that means.
Exactly, the colors of the XR4 is like, it's incredible. It's a huge step up from the XR3.
It definitely feels like a new generation, and the colors just pop more, and the display is brighter as well.
Absolutely, thanks. Daniel, shout out. Varjo is on the forefront of high-end VR for business. So impressive. We totally agree. Thanks, Daniel. Broncos, thanks Broncos for asking about autofocus technology. This is really great question. I definitely want to go deeper into this one. So the XR4 Focal Edition has autofocus cameras, but that's not all. There's actually quite a lot of cool tech going into our autofocus. So the question from Broncos is, what kind of autofocus technology do you use in Focal Edition? Ville, maybe you can go a little bit deeper into how we have implemented autofocus and what is the benefit of that one?
Right. Well, this is one of my favorite topics, and I'm quite proud of what we achieved in the XR4 Focal Edition. It all started when we brought XR3 into the most demanding environments, like a pilot simulation training. And those cockpits are a true test for mixed reality tech, because all of the fine prints, the instruments and the knobs have been designed so that they are perfect for the full 100% sort of human vision. And we essentially hit the limit with fixed focus optics on XR3. We got to about like 60% of the human eye resolution, and we needed to go higher than that. And the only way to go higher than that is to use variable focus optics. And hint, human eyes also have variable focus lenses, so you have to go that way to reach that level. So yes, we have variable focus cameras, so we can change the focal distance almost instantly, less than millisecond delay. And now the secret sauce that Varjo brings into this puzzle is how we control that focusing. So you are all familiar with mobile phones where you have to tap on the area you want to focus on, and it takes like half a second or second to find out at which distance that area is at its sharpest. But what we have is that we have gaze tracking. We are following the user's gaze in real time, and with the improved depth sensor that we have, we know immediately what the correct distance is when you move your eyes. So it's not a slow autofocusing like mobile phones have. It's an instant autofocusing. And it's actually so fast that when you move your gaze, the human lens takes some time for the muscles to stretch the lens. And before the human eye has focused on the correct distance, our autofocusing has already focused at that distance. So you never see anything out of focus in your field of view.
Nice, it's faster than the human eye.
It is.
We finally have reached negative latency.
Yeah,
well done, yeah, well done. Somebody, Shash Humga asked, is there also a VR4? No, there's only XR4. No VR4, but the XR4, of course, for VR content, it's the best device out there, so enjoy that one. Then Waled Sharif asks, and this is for Mona, so is this using pancake lenses like Apple Vision Pro and Guest 3? I can say no, and then more in-depth answer, Mona from the optics team.
Yeah, I can go first with explaining what kind of lenses we are using, and then maybe comparing with the pancake lens. So here we have these dual aspheric lenses, and we have an internal, instead of combiner between eyepiece and display, we have an internal lens that's supposed to create a specific distortion to minimize this optical aberration for the better correction. And about the pancake lens, I can go quickly make a short description what pancake lenses are. So they are a collection of lens elements and film layers, and they're tightly packed together, and the principle is about the interaction of the light between those film layers. So instead of this straight light, we have this folded optic and shorter optical paths. But what are the drawbacks here? That there is high possibility of about the light efficiency that may drop sharply during this procedure. So it's very difficult to get an image without any ghost and glare. So this is one thing about pancake lenses. So with this aspheric lens, we have more flexibility about the lens design. So we can go for and design in a way to have specific distortion that's supposed to meet our optical requirements that we're aimed for. And so in a nutshell, we will get better image quality, better optical performance compared to pancake lens, and wider FOV because of those flexibility that we will have regarding the lens curvature and shape and etc. And yeah, and we will get lower PPD, and as a result of all of these combination, definitely we will have more, we will have enhanced immersion. So at the end, so that's why, of course, with pancake, it's more compact about the size and weight, but we won't sacrifice these desired feature in our products.
Right.
Yeah.
We didn't want to sacrifice quality
Yes.
for the size.
Yes.
And the combination of the FOV and this incredible near human eye resolution that we have, you know, that's impossible to do
Yes.
without doing the custom lenses that we have done.
We can claim that we have the widest FOV, but with retaining the near human eye resolution in this product.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. And this combination of that one is really what makes XR4 the next generation, even compared to the Varjo's previous headset. So great. Okay, then next one. Go Green asks, what's the weight, Tuomas?
The weight is approximately the same as in XR3. So once again, it packs lots more. We have the same weight,
but
the balance is perfect. It's so
the weight distribution is very different, right? We have now.
Yeah, that's right, and we have really paid attention on that. So as I said, the kind of maximum kind of total weight is not the big deal here.
Right.
Of course, the lower the better, but still
the comfort is the most important thing. Exactly. Okay, Vaffis Spatial Realities ask, Varjo, is this inside-out tracking? I can say yes, it is inside-out tracking. Don't any more insights onto our inside-out tracking?
I mean, we do have inside-out tracking like the rest of the industry is moving towards, right? That was kind of a requirement and an ask from a lot of our customers. We want to get rid of base stations. We want to allow bigger spaces to be used for our mixed reality and virtual reality demos and applications. And one thing that's probably worth mentioning is that on top of the inside-out tracking, we also have a variant which has Steam VR tracking. So for those use cases where you cannot do without Steam VR tracking, you have the option, and we do tend to those customers as well. And then one more thing that's worth mentioning is that if you have even more requirements for, you know, motion capture level tracking, we also do support third-party tracking solutions like OptiTrack and ART through our API. So if you really want the top of the line of what's possible at the moment, that we also make possible. So we have this broad range of different tracking options depending on what the customer needs.
Right. We have really kind of like made sure that no matter how you want to track, you can track it with the XR4 series. That's great. Brett Reeves asked, where are everyone's shoes? At Varjo, we are spending our time here without shoes. It's like a home-like environment, like in Finland.
I'm totally against that kind of company policy now. First time ever.
Yeah,
such a show off.
There's always one. There's always one who does it.
Because I actually love this when I first visited Varjo, is that everybody takes their shoes off because it's a Finnish tradition, right? You keep the floor clean, you just feel at home, whether you're at home or in the office. I really like that. I always find that funny when I come in and there's a heap of shoes.
Yeah.
So thanks, Brett, for asking this question. Good one.
Good notice. Good job. Next, what has been the customer feedback to the XR4 series in pre-show? So like I said, Joachim has been showing this around now to a selected customer. So what has been the feedback like?
Yes, that's possibly even more exciting than the launch today. It's been a true pleasure to visit some of our biggest customers to brief about the XR4 series a couple of weeks back, and the feedback has been really, really positive. Some of the most common ones are the increased field of view, so it enhances the immersive experience even more. The 4K by 4K displays is another thing. The 20 megapixel cameras with autofocus. I would also add the Varjo in-box controllers that are included, and the built-in DTS spatial audio with noise cancelling microphone and speakers is also something that we've received as a request over the past couple of years, so that's been really well perceived. And of course, the inside-out tracking has been really well received. So a lot of really, really good feedback.
Yeah, and like I said, our R&D and product roadmap are driven by the needs of these most demanding customers, which is tough, but fun, and you know that's the way that we roll. And so big thanks to our customers who are demanding us to do impossible things on monthly basis, and we deliver those. Then a great question by Context 2 about asking how does the device handle occlusion of virtual objects by potentially moving real objects? So this is for Ville, mixed reality.
All right, yet another my favorite topics. Right, there's a few ways to do this, especially when we talk about moving objects. We have to have a real-time solution. So it's occlusion is at its core about rendering content at the correct depth. So you have your VR application, it is submitting its depth map, so you know how far per pixel the VR content is. In order to put the video see-through in the correct place and have your moving objects occlude the virtual objects, you also have to have an idea of the depth map of the real world. And we have an improved depth sensor in XR4 as compared to XR3. The resolution is roughly 10 times the pixels, the frame rate is higher, and the range is longer. It's really stretching the time-of-flight sensors to its max. And we have especially paid attention to make sure that any dynamic objects like your hands or any other objects that go in your near field are tracked and occluded without any latency. So let's say you wave your hand in front of a VR content, you won't see like a ghost hand coming like 200 milliseconds behind your real hand. It's gonna be frame per frame synchronized with what you see. So with the help of the improved depth sensor, we can make frame by frame accurate occlusion of virtual and real.
Nice, thanks. Good answer. So there you have it. Light Hunter and so many others are asking, can an individual buy XR4? So this goes to our sales.
Yes, so very interesting question, and yes, we will also offer XR4 to consumers in the very near future. We're working on certifications for consumers, but we will in the very near future. So I would recommend reach out to sales@varjo.com, and we'll give you an update on when that's available.
Great, thanks. And there was one question also, somebody asking about the VR content on XR4. Absolutely yes, so you can have the world's best VR experience with the XR4 as well. So you know, it fully supports VR modes as well. Okay, then a great question. XR4 is tethered. Why? There's like a lot of headsets now that are like wireless and so on. Dominic, why they are tethered?
I mean, it's a very good question. The rest of the industry is moving towards these standalone wireless headsets. And one thing that has to be pointed out is when people talk about wireless headsets, they really mean standalone headsets. Means they are limited to whatever chip is built inside of the headset. And so a lot of the headsets that we see on the market that are wireless or standalone are running off of a Qualcomm Snapdragon chip, for example. Or even if you look at Apple Vision Pro, which has, you know, an M2 in combination with an R1, even that high-end computing performance. Whereas our headsets, through the tether, they work with, you know, the latest generation of GPUs, compare that to a 4090, for example, you're looking at roughly 83 teraflops of raw processing power. So you're looking at about 20 times as much performance that you can get out of a PC than if you look at, you know, even the highest end standalone chipsets out there. And that uptake, those 20x in terms of raw performance, will obviously get you a better mixed reality experience. You can push more pixels, you can make the immersion much higher, which is always the case. And then another thing that probably has to be pointed out is that if you're thinking about wireless, and this is PCVR wireless that I'm talking about, the image that goes to the headset always has to be compressed in some form to be able to be sent over Wi-Fi. And during that compression, you essentially have to make compromises. And once again, we built XR4 as a no compromise headset. And then no compromise at the moment means it runs off of a powerful GPU like NVIDIA GPUs, and it runs through a tether because the bandwidth there is just, you know, uncompromised compared to a Wi-Fi compressed signal.
Great, thanks. Raw computer power, that's what we are after. Then NukeFi asked about connectivity requirements. Is DisplayPort needed? Maybe you can...
I can take that, yes. Yeah. DisplayPort is still needed because, like I said, that is the tether that pushes the most pixels most efficiently. I do have one good news to share though. XR3 used to have, is in total 4 connection cables, 2 times DisplayPort plus 2 times USB. And that often blocked a lot of the ports that you would have on your workstation or on your PC. And now the XR4 has 1 DisplayPort and 1 USB cable, meaning that, you know, you have more ports available, the setup is easier, there's less things that it can potentially break. So all in all, it's easier to set up, and you have even a better image quality than an XR3.
Right. Dan Kip asks a question to Dominic. What use case does the XR4 excel in your opinion?
Hi, Dan. It's a very good question. I believe a lot of the work we've done on XR4 was inspired by the use cases we already have. So if you think about the stats that Timo already talked about in our launch video, 16 out of 20 of the biggest automotive companies in the world and 16 out of 20 of the biggest defense manufacturers in the world use our products. And so those use cases, when you think about pilot training, where you need the highest visual fidelity, when you think about automotive design, where you again need the highest visual fidelity, those are prime use cases, of course. But in general, I would say that any use case, professional use case, where you just need the best image quality coupled with the highest field, or with a very high field of view, this combination of both, those are the use cases where we really excel. And we do have lots of customers outside of those two. Those are just examples that everybody can imagine, but there's a wide range of other ones that are also perfectly made for a high resolution, high field of view headset like ours.
Great, excellent. Then about ray tracing, TRXX asks, can you give us more details about the NVIDIA chip and ray tracing ability? Maybe Ville, you can talk a little bit about the ray tracing and what we have showed, and you know, how it's possible.
Right, so I think this ties to what Dom said. So now that we have a tethered device, it's connected to powerful NVIDIA desktop GPUs. And at this moment, those are the only GPUs powerful enough to do believable ray tracing. So if you try to do ray tracing on a standalone device, today you don't get many rays per second. So if you want to do fully immersive, high quality mixed reality applications that utilize ray tracing technology, the only way to do it is to hook it into a desktop NVIDIA GPU, which is what we do.
Excellent, thanks. There was a question from Armando. Does Varjo participate at the next CES, and can you see a demo there? So yes, Varjo will be at CES, though not on the show floor. We will host a private suite for the demos. So if you're interested, reach out to us and ask where the private secret suite is. Hopefully we will see you there. So welcome there. What do the controllers look like, how they are tracked? So maybe Dominic, you can talk a little bit about the controllers and what drive us to make the controllers and how they work and so on.
I mean, the main driver for the controllers was that we wanted to have this full package, right? Professionals, they don't want to buy third-party controllers, they want to set up base stations, like that really ties into that. And so our controllers come out of the box and they're ready to go, and they track with a similar technology as others on the market. So you have these rings around the controllers, and those rings are being viewed by the cameras in the headset, and through the combination of those sensors and of those little light emitting diodes in the ring of the controller, essentially the system is able to calculate the position in space of those controllers. That, coupled with the IMUs that are in the controller that essentially tell you the direction and the acceleration, gives you a very precise way of interacting with objects in virtual reality and in mixed reality, interacting with menus, for example. So that's in a nutshell how the controllers work, and we're very proud of them. They're powered by Razer, so they really have nice clicky buttons and good all the good haptics that you're used to from other controllers, and so it's really a leap forward for us, and we're very proud of those things.
And the ergonomics are amazing. I mean, like when you
I'm very proud of the controller project. It's one of the best kind of controllers, and it's sleek, you know, with this kind of traditional tracking loop archetype.
Yeah.
And big shout out to Razer guys. They've done a wonderful job.
Exactly. If somebody from the audience can find us the controller, we could show it here. We don't have it here, but if somebody there can bring it, that would be great. So let's show them in a minute. But a question, will there be a Mac compatible version of the XR4? Unfortunately, no. Sorry, Mac users, but no. PC is our ecosystem. A question from Robert, which Unreal Engine version will be supported? Dominic, if you talk about the Unreal version.
I believe we're going to do our best to support all future versions, including Unreal Engine 5. It really depends on what your product is built on, and probably one thing worth pointing out here is that XR4 is backwards compatible. So it's not like you need to redo your whole programs. There is a way of using those projects and put them from XR3 to XR4.
Right. So there you have it. Is there an OpenXR support? Maybe Dominic?
That's also for me. Yes, there is. That's a quick and easy one. We work very closely together with OpenXR. Our software partnerships team around Marcus Olsson has done, over the last years, a fantastic job at making sure we have a rich suite of integrations for many of the different vendors and software makers out there.
Yeah, great, excellent. Then there's a question about, can you give us more statistics about how Varjo is used across industries, like training and design and so on? So maybe you, before we show the controllers, you can give an answer to this industry statistics and how we are used across training and design. So kind of like overall state of where we are in the business.
Okay, so how we are in the statistics-wise. So let's say when it comes to training simulation, we're coming to the point where when it comes to really professional flight simulation, as an example, Varjo is becoming the de facto standard in replacing the traditional old dome systems, because we have very, similar to what the reality looks like. It's very much more a smaller footprint, it's a lot less expensive, and it's easy to deploy and move the systems around. You can train a lot more pilots with that type of system. When it comes to design reviews, we are also seeing the most advanced professionals, especially in the automotive industry, are using our products because they demand the best quality. So we believe 16 out of the biggest automotive companies, the 16 out of the largest defense companies, I think that speaks for itself.
It is, and we have made incredible improvement over time from zero to hero in 7 years. So great job, everyone. So now we have the controllers. So
yes.
Tuomas, maybe you want to show them to the camera and talk a little bit, because I know you've been working about those, so those are pretty cool.
All right. So well, these are the controllers. So the interface, it's kind of familiar from any open VR XR standard. So you have the joystick or thumbstick, you have the couple of buttons for selection, the menu button, you have the grip key, and then the trigger. And the joystick and the grip and trigger, they come with the kind of, they detect your fingers. So that's cool. We have a specific strap design here. It's made of silicone, super smooth. You can kind of rest your hand in a way if you don't want to kind of press it all the time. But as well, you can remove the straps kind of completely. So there is a kind of quick release here, like a SIM card type of pin system there, and you can remove them, put them back. Super comfortable. Lots of ergonomic studies put in this one. Grip texture here in the bottom, so and looks super good with the product.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got really great feedback from that, and then my son is 15 years old. He's been testing that, and he said that's the best control I've tested. So
yeah,
great testament from the youngsters as well.
Exactly, and there's no filter in that feed.
Yeah, that we need to believe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A great question. Will you also focus on software, or is it all about hardware in the future? So Ville, you work pretty closely on this one, so maybe you can talk about a little bit like our balance of hardware and software.
Right, so even though it might seem that when we release a new device, it's all about the hardware and the sensors and the displays, but we are absolutely focusing on the software as well. I mean, first of all, the customers wouldn't even be able to use the device if they only had raw access to the sensors or the displays. So even just, fusing the multiple sensors that we have, let's say for depth estimation, it's not just the depth sensor. We also use tracking sensors and the RGB sensors to create a fused depth map out of that. A lot of software goes into that. The same goes with let's say, masking VR, video see-through content together and blending them. A lot of software innovations that we continually improve go in there. And then going forward, I mean, we have a pretty good set of sensors. We have pretty good capability of understanding the real world around the headsets. Now, creating more advanced mixed reality features out of the sensor data is absolutely on our roadmap. And next year, I'm sure you will be seeing many new pretty cool features, software features, when it comes to utilizing XR4.
Right.
So
can't wait for those. And as you know, our software all the time improves. So the headsets will only get better and better over time as the demands from our dear customers will keep growing. So can't wait for that innovation. Dominic?
I also want to give a quick shout out to the Varjo Reality Cloud.
Yeah.
So our Reality Cloud is definitely still on track and is one of the best ways to bring the power of a PC, but out of the cloud without the local setup. And Varjo Reality Cloud is getting better and better by the day. And I'm really waiting for that moment when we merge Varjo Reality Cloud and XR4 to bring those kinds of experiences, without the hassle of having a local PC, which will allow customers to make it even more scalable. So quick shout out on the software front to the whole VRC team who's doing an amazing job as well.
Yeah, great shout out. Reality Cloud is super exciting and will be more exciting than ever when it's combined with the XR4. Dominic, one more for you. Do you have an ultra leap hand tracking in XR4?
That's a very good question. That's definitely something we should talk about real quick. Yes, we do. We have a Ultra Leap add-on kit, which brings you everything you need to run hand tracking with XR4. We don't have integrated hand tracking anymore for a multitude of reasons. And the quick one, because I think we also need to wrap up at some point, is we didn't want to have everyone from our customer base pay for an add-on for an integrated hand tracking solution that not everybody uses. So instead, we opted for a more attainable, more affordable base price for XR4. And if customers need hand tracking for their applications, then they can get this add-on kit. And the add-on kit combined with XR4 is still lower in price than what it was before. So it's kind of a win-win situation for everybody involved, and it includes everything you need, plus the license is also being handled by us, which is something very important for lots of customers who don't want to, have the hassle of having additional licenses that they then need to go through legal with. We take care of all of that and hold the hands of those that need hand tracking.
So super easy. If you need the ultra-deep hand tracking from our website, you get the kit, you order it, you install it. All the license hassle has been taken care of, so super easy and works great. Then a question about the exact display resolution of XR4. Maybe Ville, you've been working on this, so exact display resolution of the XR4.
Right. Okay, down to the numbers. We have 4K by 4K displays, one per eye. We use roughly 3840 times 3840 pixels for each of the displays, which makes it roughly 30 megapixels shared between both of the eyes. And that's not a number we are ashamed of, but I'd like to focus that it's equally important how those pixels are used and how they are stretched across your field of view. And now this goes into the question one of the reasons why we chose to do aspherical lenses and not pancakes, because that gives us the option to optimally distribute the pixel density across your field of view. So if you only look at the numbers 4K by 4K, the field of view 120, 105, you might not arrive at as high a number as 51 pixels per degree. So it's high resolution displays and well optimized optics for the displays, which allow us to reach 51 pixels per degree.
Great, thanks. We will soon start to wrap things up, but let's take a few questions very quickly here. Design Sculptor asks, working with Autodesk VRED, absolutely, Autodesk VRED has been one of our longest standing partners. Shout out to all the Autodesk people from VRED, and it will absolutely support it, and it looks amazing, so definitely yes. Many ask, do the controllers support individual finger tracking? Dominic, maybe you can take this one.
We do have the finger sensors, so the controllers know where the fingers roughly are. It's like a proximity sensor in a way. To get the individual finger tracking, you would have to have that on the application level. But I'm sure that's something that we'll figure out.
Great, excellent. Maybe there's a short way of saying, Broncos ask, have you eliminated VR sickness pumping in the autofocus for the focal edition? In that case, how? Maybe Ville, you can talk about the autofocus focal edition VR sickness.
Right, so we have made the autofocusing quick enough that you essentially cannot, when you move your eyes, you cannot see the period when the focus is changing. It's instantly at the correct focus. And that practically eliminates the problem. And also, we have paid quite a bit of attention to the focusing. Let's say you are looking between your fingers, right? That's a very difficult case because the depth map, your eye might hit the finger or go through at the fingers. But we have this intelligent algorithm essentially which figures out based on your gaze convergence distance whether you're looking past your fingers or onto your fingers. So it's very robust. There are practically no cases where the autofocus shows hesitation or focuses incorrectly.
Nice, excellent. Sounds amazing, which it is. Then Tom Lee, does it use the Varjo-based software same as your other headsets? Yes, it does. The most advanced companion for any headset. You can do more things than ever with Varjo base, and it's just like incredible piece of software. Shout out to everybody who's been working on that one. And with that one, maybe the final thing, are you still using 4 displays? The answer is no, but we have now more lenses than we have before. So like Mona was saying, we actually have 2 lenses per eye, so that is new. In the past we had 2 displays, now we have 2 lenses and 1 display. So that we have achieved this incredible massive FOV and this resolution combination of that one. With that, any final thoughts from our product makers? Mona. Joachim. Yes.
Yes.
I know what you're going to say. Please say it. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we couldn't be here without talking about, okay, when can you buy XR4 series? And you can order them right now. And we are starting shipping XR4 series, XR4, and then later on also XR4 Focal Edition. So the XR4 will have a lead time between 4 to 8 weeks. So place your orders now, as Timo said earlier. So first come, first serve. So make your orders now.
Excellent. With that one, my final thoughts. Thank you so much for everybody for the support for Varjo. We hear your comments. We live in this industry with you, and we are super grateful for all our customers, all our supporters in the Discord, in the community, from the business, from the industry. Thanks so much, and can't wait for you to put your head into the headsets, because that's the final proof of everything we have showed. And if you're in Helsinki, ping us, come and see us here in the HQ. And if not in Helsinki, if you're in CES in January, please come and check the XR4 series out. With that one, we will continue the evening here at the HQ and continue the celebration with that one. Thank you so much for tuning in, and catch you on the next one. Thanks so much. See ya. Thank you.
本物にするための理由と申しますか、今この時代にある説得力を持たせるための装置として作品を作る上でやりたいことを実現させてくれるパワフルでなくてはならないツールです。
Varjo XR4 helps us move towards the future where virtual and physical prototyping converge. With its expanded field of view and class-leading visual clarity, Varjo has delivered an unsurpassed immersive tool for designers.
Varjo has once again raised the bar. The entire wide visual field is bright and beautiful and super high resolution. Combining Varjo's XR4 series with NVIDIA Omniverse unlocks photorealistic ray trace realism for teams and individuals.
At Echelon, we have delivered over 1,000 flight simulators for the US Department of Defense. And Varjo XR4 series not just improved the simulation experience, it truly transformed it. The unrestricted field of view and unparalleled resolution truly deliver superlative immersion for our pilots. And it's absolutely clear that Varjo is in a different league.